Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the official ARK Podcast, number 65. My name's Brad, and I'm here with the core team. Your host tonight, as always, our dedicated leader, Atlas. The floor is yours, sir.
Thank you, Brad, for the introduction, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming tonight to the 65th podcast here at ARK. What a day. It's been a fantastic day for the team here. We, just a couple hours ago, had an AMA on Discord over at the Pillars with Mr. Matt Hatter. Shout out. Great conversation. We had the opportunity to do what I think we love to do best, which is really talk about ARK. What's special? What's different? What are we doing here? What are our plans? What's our vision? Who's on staff that is able to execute that roadmap? Where do they come from? What kind of experience do they bring to the table? And overall, understanding that times have changed. Inflation's upon us, cost of life, cost of living, cost of food, fuel. Everybody's understanding that we got to hedge ourselves. We have to understand that a little bit can turn into a lot. You just have to have the patience. You have to invest into the right teams that can execute. And you got to go into systems that you spent the time to do your due diligence. So another great opportunity. We have another one that is coming tomorrow, and that's going to be over at the ARK app. Great application. We do plenty of advertising with them. We did it in our phase one. We love those guys over there. Shout out to the ARK app dev. And that AMA is going to be happening. Let's just confirm here. The time it's going to be at 2 p.m. EST, 7 p.m. UTC. And there's going to be a $200 BUSD giveaway. So make sure to come and hang out. We're going to go over there and talk about ARK and explain to folks why they should be investing here and just take a little bit of that bag, diversify it, and come and join us on this fantastic journey. The Spark prize pool is at 139 ARK. That is super bullish, and that is a record. That is a record, ladies and gentlemen. And what's the street value on that, Coach Brad?
That would be a street value of $802.03.
All right.
That is fantastic.
Absolutely fantastic. So we did get to the 139.
Just about to say, should have taken you up on that one because it's hit 139.
Yeah. Hold on a quick second, because I have to reset because we went past the 20 minutes waiting for Brett. So
sorry, guys.
Do a question. Oh, there you are. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I just got off with Yabonks. So
Yabonks.
Yabonks. I think he might drop in.
He might drop in. Fantastic.
I told him to head over. Don't see him yet, but he said he was just going to listen in. He's got another call starting, so.
Fantastic. Well, man, we are at 139 ARK for tonight. That is massive. Massive. So I actually went over the 20-minute period for our hardware wallet, so I'm going to reset. So maybe, Brett, you want to join us and give us a little bit of updates from your side of things?
Sure. Yeah, it's been a busy day. We had the AMA over the Pillars. I'm sure you've gone through some of that, so I won't bore everybody. But that went really well. Great community there. Great questions. I'm not sure if they published that for everyone. I think that might be a private group. We might get that here out. I'm not sure. DeFi Mystic did a cool YouTube video early, kind of a walkthrough. I only got to watch parts of it, but that we posted in the main channel, I believe. The admins did. Just got some dev work in the background coming up. I'm not sure if we should talk about all of it, but just getting ready to publish numbers and have all of the audits prepared and available for everybody publicly. Those are all completed, and just we're waiting for the publishing of those. I believe Driven might have published all of them already, but we'll get those out before the end of the week, it sounds like. And
Hey,
all of
Brad.
the token. Yeah, go ahead.
I was on Driven's website today, and ARK's
They pushed
contract
those?
audit was there. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we were just waiting to get the final links, and then we were going to put them into the white paper and then kind of make a public announcement here in the next couple days. Yeah, appreciate that update. Thanks, Chris. And then we've got an AMA walkthrough with James Pelton tomorrow morning, and then we have the Moonark AMA as well. So yeah, busy week. And I feel like I'm not sure if I'm missing anything else, Atlas.
No, I think that's about it. I think that's right.
Busy.
Yeah.
Working hard.
But we love to invest, man.
Yeah. No, it's been good. We passed the interview process with Yabanks, so we're on for the AMA. It's just going to be, I think, a couple weeks out, just based on his schedule. So that one's going to be coming up as well.
Fantastic. That'll probably be sometime next week.
He thought a couple weeks out, just based on his schedule and what he's got planned so far. But yeah, we'll have to get a definitive time.
All right. Well, the Spark Rewards, 139.38 has just been given. Congratulations to the winner, ending in 38V8. Oh, man. Spark keeps printing. And now it's where it gets real quiet here every single night because people are just going through their wallets, making sure, seeing their downlines, looking at the syndicate viewer. Do they know who won? Is it them? Is it one of their friends, family members? Maybe James at the water cooler. Little James, you're going to get your chance to win. Don't worry. As long as you've got at least your first level of Bond LP, $250 worth, or any of the silver NFTs, you could be a winner. Coach Brad, what was that street value on that?
It was 802 and 3 pence, I believe. 802 and 3 cents.
Is that how you guys call it? Pence? That's what you say, cents?
Yeah, pence. Pence and cents.
That sounds almost religious. Oh, man.
Hey, Atlas, that's street value. That's over almost $11,000 has been given out in Spark Awards. And if you average it all up, that's an average. That's over $670 a night that's been given out in ARK since started. I mean, just if you look at an average, which is that's huge. I mean, that's something to be excited about, man, for sure. It's a big win every night for somebody.
They say money can't buy happiness. Look at the fucking smile on my face.
Happy days. Chris, you sure you didn't win again?
Yes, sir. I did not. They're doing my compounding, so I went over to the home screen and checked.
Fantastic. Do we have any questions or comments?
And yes, I have a comment.
Go ahead, sir.
So when you see the main page, now there's another page. So there's a pagination for the Spark winners. So it is already 17th winner is selected, and then 17th spark reward is given. But you see there's a 1 page, 2 page. You can click 1 and 2. So it goes back. Yeah, the history of the spark rewards are displayed in page. This is good.
That is correct. You know, I was thinking the other day that it might be best if we did the numbers backwards. So in a sense,
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because instead of coming up.
This would be number 17. But I know the guys have been pretty busy on, with the front end tweaks that we haven't had that conversation yet. But you would know, hey, I was number 13. Hey, I was number 6. I was number 49.
Yes,
I was number 156.
Yes. It'll be much
and you would always know.
Easier.
Yeah. Yes. Do you agree with that, Brett?
Yeah, I thought we changed it, and then I think it switched back. I thought we had number first. But I'll revisit that with Alex tomorrow, because I know he just messed with the pagination, being able to shift from 12 to the next page.
Yeah, that unless you just reordered the numbers, that's going to put the winner on the second page.
No. You would have the latest winners on the first page,
but just change the order of the numbers.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Mm-hmm. So first one will be on the first page, and the last one will be always.
Oh, I'm the 17th winner today, right?
Yeah. Yeah. The cool thing is, when you log in to the homepage through the D app, your wallet will be green, like money. So, I mean, you can't miss it. If you win, and you log in, it stares you in the face.
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty cool too, though, if there was a way to do it where you could have, maybe if the winner was somebody in your downline, that it would show up yellow, or something like that, where you could at least notify them.
That's a good one. We could
but I tell you right now, I don't like being on that second page.
Well, dude, I know you got 100 wallets in here, man. I know you got bags in here. You got a lot. You're probably gonna be on all the pages. You are a believer, and I don't mean in Justin Bieber. I mean in ARK. Something you can really believe in and get everybody on board.
All aboard!
Yes, sir.
Oh man, these false idols. Don't get me started. We had a deep dive conversation the other day about some of these people out there in this world on the social medias doing some stupid shit. But anyway, we've got ARK, man. We're so happy of the success it's having. TVLs look beautiful. Market cap, price. The intelligent liquidity controller is just doing a fantastic job. It just keeps building those reserves of BUSD, maintaining that price stability that we don't hear anybody out there crying, "Oh, Atlas, I missed out. It went to the moon. I'm not going to buy the top. It already pumped to 10x. I'm too late." No, my friend. You're not too late. Zoom out. Look at the chart. I mean, we got the chart right here. I mean, let me go ahead and... Did you guys see the chart?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, there it is. But we all know that if we would have let this thing just break on through, I mean, we even stopped calculating, but we would have been easily around this range, or even 18. And folks would have been crying, I missed out. So when you zoom out, I mean, look at this. This is the thing of beauty. It's not pegged, it's not stable, it's having its dynamic range. And anyone that wasn't here in the pre-sale doesn't have to feel they got left behind. They can come back here 6 months, a year from now, and hopefully find a nice, stable price. So they never have that excuse of they got left out, they got left behind. Because it's got to be attractive to an investor down the line. If Jane hears about ARK a year from now, she should be able to say, wow, I've got the same opportunity to make that 2%, get my ROI, stay coasting, sit back, relax, get that 1% on a multi-year basis. Doesn't matter that I wasn't there back on December 19th, February 20th, April 6th. Doesn't matter. You can play the same game, Jane, as the average Joe that went to a Savage Joe. I know Black Sheep likes that one. We haven't said that one in a while. It's been a while since I say that one, man. I did it because you were here. Brad, you remember last time I talked about the average Joe?
Been a while.
That's true, man. That's very true. But it's the same narrative, man. It's the same opportunity. It's the same level playing field. And we're going to be sharing that narrative from here to the heights of Tibet, to the bottom of the oceans. I mean, anywhere, man. The ARK is sailing and calling on all ports. Maritime law suggests that we can go anywhere. Docking fees do not apply to the ARK. And with Ultimo, that's another excuse that you're not going to hear from people. Oh, I can't sign up for Coinbase because I'm in Ethiopia. Oh, I'm in Brazil. Oh, I'm here. Come here, little Jimmy. Yes, you can. Get the Ultimo card. Send it to you, FedEx, UPS, DHL, right to the favela. They're not afraid to go up to the favela to give you your Ultimo card. You can roll up down to the city, pull up to the ATM, and take up to $20,000 cash at the ATM. And your tax man doesn't even have to know about it. It's a beautiful thing. There's no excuse for people not to come join us. Can you think of one? Anybody here?
Nope, I can only think of many of the reasons why they should.
I mean, we're going to be going to places where these people don't even have bank accounts. They got a mobile phone, but they don't have a bank account. Billions of
That's all you need.
And I mean, they could play the 2% game in the ARK Vault, or they could just go right into the foundation. That's 100% plus APY. That's a savings account. Take your ARK, put it in there, earn that 100% APY. Take a little bit out. There is no limit of what you can withdraw. Send that on over to your Ultimo account. Go to the ATM, or go buy your wife a special gift she's been asking for forever and a day. Why not? While that's happening, the ARK will continue to print. What do you got to say about that, Mr. Z?
We have Mr. Matt Hatter. Yes.
Yeah.
Mr. Matt Hatter. Welcome to the podcast, sir.
Yeah. Should we go through the DeFi knowledge for today, or should we continue in the ARK?
Give me a second. want to see if Mr. Mad Hatter wants to say hello to the ARK community.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Maybe he won the Spark Awards. And I heard he was loading up on his bonds.
Uh-huh.
Wouldn't that be
Anton,
awesome?
how are we doing?
Hey, Mr. Mad Hatter, welcome to the podcast. How are you, sir?
Welcome.
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for having me. I thought I'd just pop in, see what it was all about, and I have just loaded up on my bonds. So,
Did you get in time? I mean, we just gave out the reward 11:36 UTC. So yeah, we're looking less than 20 minutes ago.
yeah, I might have. I don't know. I'm in it because I like what you guys are doing. So, any rewards or a happy bonus, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was Coach Brad. How was the street value of the 139.38 ARK?
It was $802.03
or pence.
Or pence if you're from
That's super bullish. So you're feeling pretty bullish, Mr. Mad Hatter?
I am feeling bullish on you guys at the moment. Yes, I've got my 100 ARK sitting in the vault, and I've got about 250 something in bonds. So I'm sitting pretty.
Beautiful. Hey, a lot of folks in this space need a win, especially right now, man. Especially through these hard times, and that's our intention. That's our purpose, and not only for the crypto folks and the degens. We're having to wake up and look in the mirror and say, hey, I need to be smart about my investments. I need to diversify. I need to do my due diligence and analyze what I'm getting myself into, understanding that this is high risk, and also the people in the real world. So we hope that you and all your folks, people you care about, man, can turn the ship around, get aboard the ARK, and sail to some, financial dreams and goals being accomplished.
Yeah, I certainly look forward to seeing what you guys have in store in the future, my man.
Thank you, sir. And a great AMA there. We enjoyed it.
It was a real pleasure.
Thank you. We're going to share that recording here with the community. And if you guys want to hang out at a good place to be and learn about DeFi and what's happening, these guys over at the Pillars, they really have their fingers on the pulse of DeFi. It's a great place to be. You can find the links pinned here and also in our announcement channels. And shortly we will be providing you with the recording. So if you missed out, you're going to have a chance to relive it here all over again. Let's get this crypto.
Let's get this crypto.
Oh, God damn. Oh, yeah. Let's get this crypto.
I love it. All right, guys. I'm going to duck out for the evening, but you guys have a great night and enjoy the rest of the podcast.
If you want to hang out for a couple more minutes, and just here, we're going to get into the DeFi sessions here at the podcast. So if you got a couple minutes, maybe you want to listen. Z's going to start it. So you're welcome to leave anytime you like, but I just thought maybe you want to catch the first couple of minutes.
All right, sweet. Yeah, I'll mute myself and I'll be sitting in the background listening.
Yes, sir. No pressure. All right, Mr. Z, are you ready for the DeFi sessions?
Yeah, absolutely. Welcome, guys.
All right, the floor is yours.
Can I share my screen real quick, if you don't mind?
Go right ahead, sir.
Awesome. So yeah, today I'll be a bit brief because we went through a great AMA, and I just want to sort of keep people in that sort of spite and hope that you keep with these AMAs. We do have an AMA tomorrow. Our Discord is looking pretty jubilant. We've had a bunch of folks join in. We're trying to get to 1,000 members in the next couple of weeks, so keep joining and keep learning. But today in DeFi links, there's a few different things. We won't go through a rabbit hole today like we did with Ton and previous to that, we went through a few different rabbit holes. But today, there's a few different things that happened in DeFi. The first thing I want to sort of cover is Bonk token. It's been a while since I've talked about a meme coin, but this meme coin actually went into 3 digits today, and really took Solana's ecosystem by storm. So the headline reads here: Bong token goes bonkers as traders chase after high yields in Solana's ecosystem. So yeah, this token was a meme coin to start with, but their APYs were pretty hot, and so they offered around 500 to 1,000% APR on rewards. So people did provide liquidity, and it saw a 10x at the start, and with that we saw Solana's price go up to $14 with it. So it's been a great day in DeFi overall. We've seen yeah, they burned a total of 1 billion tokens in supply, and took Solana's price. So Solana went up 33% today in price. It went from $9 to $14. And it was great news because Solana was in a bearish cycle for the past 2-3 months with its NFT projects leaving. That 2 of its Utes and the other and the other one I forgot. Like they both left Solana at the wrong time, and it sort of depreciated Solana's asset class, and it went from $12 to $9. So it's good to see Solana return at $14 there. So that's the first thing that we saw happen. The second thing we saw happen today, I mean, we talk about settlements, but another settlement happened today, which was the Coinbase settlement. So the inquiry started with the SEC looking into Coinbase, and they weren't happy with customers' transactions not being responded to. So they found 100,000 alerts that Coinbase did not keep enticed with, and basically had a bunch of pending orders. So today, Coinbase agrees to settle to $100 million with the New York regulators. So I'll read a little bit from here, and then we can look into the quote. So it reads here: New York State Department of Financial Services has reached an agreement with Coinbase following an investigation into the cryptocurrencies exchange compliance program. Coinbase will pay $50 million of fines in response to violation of New York financial services big law, as well as invest $50 million to correct its compliance program. According to the financial regulator, the crypto exchange had many compliance deficiencies related to anti-money laundering requirements. So then Coinbase came out with another statement saying Coinbase has acknowledged its failure in this respect to the department. Furthermore, certain of these issues have been known to Coinbase since at least 2018, flagged through both internal assessments and external reviews. So Coinbase and the regulators did come to a settlement. And it's good to see Paul Grewal of Coinbase being really honest here. We need more honesty in DeFi and in centralized exchanges. So here, he mentions we're proud of our commitment to compliance, but we are also willing to acknowledge where we have fallen short, including paying penalties and working hard to fix issues. So Coinbase settled out for $100 million. $50 million in regulatory fines and $50 million on sorting out their compliance program, right? 100,000 alerts. So that's one thing that happened.
They didn't charge an extra $50 million for the horrible customer service they have over there.
They should, right? I mean, I went through it. I think it was last week where I had an inquiry, and it was answered after a few months, Atlas, right? So I think
that's criminal. Forget the compliance. That's criminal.
So 2 months we've been waiting for that reply from Coinbase, and they finally got back to me. So $50 million more. But I'll let them settle with $100 million for now. But now they have to keep up to it, man. They have to keep up with their customer support. They have to keep up with compliance, and so that's the news there with Coinbase. Centralized exchanges haven't been in the best of interest in the past 2-3 months. So it's good to know that we're coming to settlements and we're showing real utility. This is what utility is about. So that's the news on Coinbase. Now, like, I'd like to kind of go through another article that kind of, I mean, today we saw a bit of a crypto pump. We saw prices go up. We saw Ethereum reach 1,256. We saw BNB go up to almost 260. We saw Solana hit $14. And could we see a 17K Bitcoin in the next few weeks? You know, we're pretty close at 16.8K. So a few things came out because I mean I leveraged trade personally. So there was a ISM PMI report that was to come out today, and it showed signs of basically a cooling down period of inflation. And due to that, we've seen a decrease in inflation and all these sorts of aspects of orders, production, employment, suppliers, deliveries. We've seen prices and everything sort of show a cooling in inflation, and that basically, and with that we had the jobs report, the jobs report that came out today, and it showed more jobs in the industry. So I think 10,401 was, it was predicted to have 10,002, but it came out with 10,401. So we're seeing more jobs. So people are seeing a cooling of inflation and more jobs opening, and it turned into a good day for DeFi. Almost, we're almost at 17K in Bitcoin. So I'm going to just read this little quote from from FOMC. So they read out, you can break inflation down into three sorts of buckets. The first is good inflation, and we see now, as we've been expecting really for a year and a half, that supply conditions would get better and ultimately supply chains get fixed and demand settle down a little bit and maybe goes back to service a little bit, and we start to see goods inflation coming down. We're now starting to see that in this report and the last one. So yeah, really good news on inflation and a good cool down period. And with that, we have a more bullish crypto market. And yeah, so that's the news on my side. The next thing I want to do is I want to get more of you to join the Discord. And we're gonna have a suggestions page in general chat very soon, and I want you guys to kind of tell us what you want to hear, what you guys want us to discuss. We do have DeFi links, so anything that I sort of talk about, or if there's something Atlas wants to share, anyone from the team wants to share, we will post that link into DeFi links. And we've had a couple of days. Miles Deutscher, a good friend in DeFi, I want you all to follow him. Because he does post some real good, you can say, metadata and real good utility cases for DeFi, and gives good airdrops, and thus far he talked about Ethereum dominance hitting 23%. I think we're really close today to that first prediction. And could we get a 30K Bitcoin? Hopefully by the end of the year we do see a 30K Bitcoin. We're seeing a 17K Bitcoin happen really, really soon. So there's good news. Inflation is cooling down, and we're getting back to people investing in crypto, into the tech companies, and realize, guys, like the dip that we're seeing in crypto is not just in crypto. It's in the Tech 100 companies. It's in a bunch of big real estate firms, and it's a thing that everyone's suffering with. Inflation is hitting everyone across the board. But now we're seeing some recovery, so it's looking good. So that's the news for today, guys. I hope I didn't take too much time. Thank you.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I'd like to deep dive. Maybe we do a little research, guys, on what they're meaning about compliance over there at Coinbase. It's a well-known fact that in the state of New York, I mean, if you're doing anything with crypto, it's, we're talking here like the amount of files and amount of paperwork that you need to go through with compliance and just any type of approvals and regulations. It almost makes it to the point that you don't want to do business there because they don't want to do business with you. And through the COVID, we've also seen a lot of companies leave New York City as well as California because of the taxes and a lot of these laws and structures that they're putting in place that are just not business friendly. We had a huge migration from companies and entrepreneurs going to Texas and to Florida during that time. And I think you know a little bit about that, Florida Realtor, right? You saw that huge influx. Goldman Sachs set up headquarters over there in Florida as well.
I think we've seen a bunch of migration happen, not just in the U.S. but just around the world. All the smart cities around the world were supposed to be tech defiant. We've seen an influx of people leaving California, New York, London, Berlin, Munich, you name it. Everyone's going to the outskirts. People are going into the countryside. People are going where the opportunities are. And Dubai, El Salvador, Belize, Malta, and Spain, in fact, have been really welcoming for crypto investors and people that just want a better place to hold their bags and enjoy life a little bit. I think that's where we're going.
Yeah, but I want to find out what exactly about the compliance part they had an issue with, because I mean they'll find anything to mess with you, but I wonder because I mean it could be that you're allowing money launderers in, right? Every bank has compliance officers to make sure that people who are showing up are who they say they are, and that the business they're conducting is actually legal, right? So, you know, some of these articles, I know there's just like a narrative as people have like a 2-second, you know, attention span, and TikTok is probably not helping with that. But I'd like to, you know, for you to research a bit more of what exactly were their violations of compliance. You know, we've seen other violations, you know, that have come through in the past year for different companies. And we've seen them even, you know, get a bit aggressive and take action, like when they caught Arthur Hayes from BitNex up in New York. They put the handcuffs on him for a little bit. Big fine, slap on the wrist. And then also the other staking. Who were this guy? I think they got fined like $200 million 7 months ago. The name doesn't come to mind right now. The other American company that was doing a lot of not high yield, but much better yield returns. BlockFi?
BlockFi, yeah. BlockFi was fined hard.
Yeah. I mean, that was a slap on the wrist. you know, and it was a good sign because that's what they do with Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan and Wells Fargo. You know, a couple $100 million, a couple $1 billion, slap on the wrist. Nobody goes to jail. You know, they keep, you know, washing the money for the cartels like nothing's ever happened. It's just part of doing business. It's like the person that likes to speed, and you know, maybe once a quarter they get a speeding ticket, but every day they're speeding. So they're making so much money through, you know, their shady practices that it's okay to play a fine. So it's kind of cool that in crypto that is happening instead of just making people out to be criminals and just throwing them in jail. They're following the standards for the other corrupt institutions out there. So I guess some respect, man. Clap for that. That's when you know you're getting respect out in the streets, when they're finding you. Right?
I think the Coinbase one was like expected, man, because you don't expect like especially when you're doing, like, let's say you do a transaction on Coinbase and you never received your tokens, right? And you know the price of Ethereum fluctuates from between 1,700 to 1,200 right now. And by the time you put the inquiry in, Ethereum was worth $1,800. And by the time you know they got back to you, Ethereum is worth $1,200. So I think people were frustrated with that, and to know there's 200,000 of those inquiries, it just shows how much of a backlog they really had. So they had to put their hands up, man. Like if you are offering a service like you are in Coinbase and you're giving staking protocols and allowing us to buy these tokens, then your customer support has to be ace, don't you think?
Oh, they're horrible, man. That's why, in my book, if you're going to have to deal with an American centralized exchange, I like Kraken. They've got customer support 24/7, and those guys fly straight. They have their own banking license. They're very good. And Binance has good customer support as well. And Coinbase has just been trash. So, we don't like to see people get fined, but if you know who they should fine next, if I could put a name in the hat, Richard Hart for buying the worst clothes I've ever seen in my life. The guy bought a freaking Louis Vuitton airplane purse. Call the fashion police, man. Call the New York.
I know. He kills me, man. Kills me.
Yeah.
That fucking guy. The air he breathes should be fined or expels.
All right, it's been fun, guys. I got to get off here, get on my stream. So
hey, can we get a let's get this crypto?
I will catch you guys later.
Hey,
let's get this crypto.
All right.
Thanks,
Thank you, brother. We'll see you soon, man. Thank you for all your support.
Thank you.
In terms of customer support, Coinbase is worst of all among all. Yeah, I had the same experience. They responded for a lot. They haven't responded for a long time, and the response came, and then they said, "We have nothing to do." This kind of stuff. That's the answer. And then about Binance, I know Binance had a hack happen like several years ago, but one of my the community members, had the money in their Binance wallet, and then his money was like hacked, stolen. But he came to me and he said Binance customer support contacted him and recovered the fund. I don't know whether the fund came from their reserve or not. But anyway, he got fully refunded. That's I remember at least 3 years ago.
Oh yeah, they don't mess around, man. They do it right. And you have to have that. You have to have good customer service, in any business. Whether it's your phone company, whether it's your bank, whether it's the company that irons your suits and ties, and just takes care of stuff. If they're not showing you that they value you as a customer, and in America in the 80s and 90s, I'm getting old, but there used to be really respectful, caring, empathetic customer service, and that's not like that anymore. They've got another 300 customers waiting, on hold, right? So they really kind of treat you like, and so what?
Yeah. And then do you know CoinJoom Exchange? I think they have an app wallet, and also they issue the debit card. But anyway, the CoinJoom, I think is based on Utah, but their service is excellent too. So I had an issue with the deposit. So instead of deposit directly from my wallet, I use a smart contract to deposit it. But when you deposit to the central exchange using the smart contract, sometimes it never happened, right? It took for a while or it never happened. So I contacted them, and then I tried to reach them several times. And then I think the layer 1 support, they tried to do a basic standard customer support. And then I think after trying to reach them, trying to resolve the issue 3 times, and then their layer 2, I think their support approached me. They're gonna have the CoinJoom, their Zoom call, and then trying to explain how it is, what the issue was about, and then trying to help. It's a direct, like a one-on-one. So that's the impressive support that I like. So, and then their what is that called? KYC service. It only took less than 5 minutes. You just upload the driver license and it's done. So I like their service a lot, and then I like their debit card daily basis. I actually gave my the card. I have a platinum card. And then she's using it everywhere, like a Costco or groceries and gas.
Nice.
And just she's using it. So I think this is one of the positive sides, even though it is smaller, much smaller exchange than Coinbase, but their service is by far the better.
And does anybody have experience with Crypto.com and their customer service?
I think they're decent. I have their what?
Yeah, they're okay.
Man, I hate, they're okay. Because I
They're
hate those
okay.
places that have like you think you're gonna talk with like a tech support like chat, right? And then you fill out the stuff and they're like, we'll email you. You're like, what?
It's not impressive, just okay.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't have Coinbase. But that's what I was asking.
Yeah, but I think it's better than Coinbase, though.
Yeah, I don't have either of them. Yeah, the Coinbase or the Crypto.com.
Hey, Atlas, you had mentioned Florida earlier about, Goldman Sachs. There's multiple other Wall Street firms that are relocating to South Florida. In fact, there's like a nickname now. It's Wall Street South. It's kind of the name on the streets of kind of moving to, I mean, it's all about a lifestyle and tax benefits for Florida. I mean, there's low regulatory, it's a business friendly government, no state income tax, and that's the lifestyle. I mean, we got a governor that looks out for for Floridians and welcomes other folks. I mean, there's been so many people that's been moving here from from California, from East Coast, from New York down to build a business. So I'm real anxious to see how this kind of plays out. We could have a big Wall Street, Florida. Could be the number one Wall Street area, possibly.
Well, great weather, no income tax, and if they want to do business with you and not treat you like a scumbag because you're profitable and you don't want to give all your money away so that they could allocate it as they wish to their generally useless programs, and so forth. So it was about time. I think a lot of people. I lived in New York for 8 years myself, and I could feel the frustration of entrepreneurs and companies and businesses, and the air is different. The people are a lot nicer, friendlier. There's a ton of benefits. So I think the whole COVID thing just made a lot of sense to folks. Say, hey, what are we doing here? Oh, because everybody else is here, you have to be here. That's kind of the policy, right? You have to have an office in New York if you're at a certain level for meetings and everything. But when that shifted into the what's the name for that? Telecommuting? Yeah, I think that's it. When people started using Zoom for meetings, and you had folks like MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor saying that they looked at the expenses through the COVID, times and what they were spending on just flying all these executives to meetings all over the place, and the amount of energy and resources it would take to have a face-to-face, and they were able to just slice that right off the sheet. How much money they were saving. It's like, man, this is the best fucking thing that ever happened. Just stop flying these bums everywhere. Let's just let them, to get on a Zoom call. Problem solved. So, yeah, folks could go to Florida and or Texas and be able to be efficient, maybe even more efficient, and cut costs. And save on that, personal income. That's a bonus right there for every employee. I called them bums. That's funny. Do we have any other questions or comments, guys?
I think people are busy compounding and claiming and setting up their diaries for tomorrow's Moon Arc AMA.
Yeah, it's going to be huge.
Or they're looking for real estate in Florida to move. One of the two.
Hit up Florida Realtor, man. He's the go-to man at ARK.
Let's do it.
He knows.
You got to follow the lifestyle, and you follow what works best for you, and you know, that's it.
Beautiful. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Moon Arc. I really am. So I'll see you guys tomorrow with Moon Arc. It's gonna be pretty awesome. They have do use their TVL. You can go on the website, and you'll see us ranking quite high up there, and you'll see others as well. Like that, I was putting their TVL to the back test because I do that with DeFi Llama, and they're pretty unique with the way they get their metadata off BSC. So I'm looking forward to speaking to them tomorrow, big time. See you guys tomorrow.
Fantastic. All right, man. I'm going to be heading out to. It'll be an early one for me, so if there's no other questions. We want to thank everyone for coming this evening, spending some time with us here at the podcast. Record-breaking Spark rewards for one lucky winner. Congratulations to that winner. And for the folks that are not here live and are listening to the podcast at a later date, thank you for also participating. We hope that you found this session informative, educative, and you got something out of it. We wish you all a wonderful evening. Take care of yourselves. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, 6 p.m. EST, 11 p.m. UTC. But before that, please, pretty please, do make sure to come and join us tomorrow. It's going to be a very exciting AMA over with the great folks over at the Moon Arc app. That's going to be happening on their Telegram. You can find the link here. And it will be at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. UTC for the folks in Europe. Take care of yourselves. Good night.